Welcome to Call the Pen. Today is September 25th. Steve, best time of the year, big boy baseball. This is what we grinded all year for. It's like beginning of football season for baseball season.
Yeah, no doubt. It's the best. I remember when we were with the Cubs, feeling the pressure coming to the park every day, but also just how fun that was. Like you enjoy that aspect of it. You look forward to I hated anticipating like waking up and then eating breakfast and just kind of sitting there for a minute. Like no, we had mostly day games. Like I'm getting to the park early. I'm just going.
Yeah, the energy of you can just feel when you go to the field, the Wrigleyville. I mean, even when I got traded to the Nationals, just energy in the city. Like all the cities are in the playoff mode. You just feel it. It's so exciting. You feel it in the clubhouse, like because you've been grinding all year, and then I'll finally here's some energy, guys. Like, go get them.
Yep. Yep. Oh man, it was there was nothing like it. Even when I was with the Mariners my first year, we were like 2 games out with 5 games left or something like that, 6 games left. It just the anticipation was just incredible. I just couldn't wait to get to the park.
Yeah, even if you're even let's say two back. There's some teams that are two back, 5 to go. I mean, you're still your scoreboard watching. The games are exciting. I mean, this is what it's all about. But before we get into all that, let's talk about our fantasy teams. I was terrible GM this weekend. I've been so mad. I have a headache. I'm so mad. I benched DK Metcalf right before kickoff for Jameson Williams. DK Metcalf goes for 21, 22. Jameson Williams goes for 1.9. And I knew the Buccaneers defense was not a great situation because they gave up a ton of yards, and I still let them play. I was so close to just grabbing the Packers defense. Packers defense goes for 28, and the Buccaneers defense goes for 5. I lost both my games. So mad.
That's so tough. Mad. That's tough. Mine wasn't as bad. I went 1-1. The one I in one league, we lost the other, and the one I lost, I was facing a guy. We were both on 2-0, and so I would have finished I had third highest score still, and I got the L. It was one of those things. So I was okay with it, I guess. But what was kind of sweet was in my other league, I tried trading Zach Moss away for I forget what wide receiver. Because I needed my wide receiver is depleted, and he's just sitting on my bench. And I had Robinson on my bench too. Not Bijan, but the dude from Washington.
Brian Robinson's on your bench too. Man, you got some running backs.
I do. I got your boy Breece Hall and James Conner, and Mason as my flex. So, I drafted him with my last pick, Mason. So, anyways, Moss, I was like. This guy's like, you're crazy. Like, why would I would never trade my wide receiver? I forget who it was for Moss. I'm like, dude, he's gonna go off next week, and you're gonna miss out. And sure enough, I think he put a 20 spot down, maybe more. So
yeah, he had a good week.
Yeah, so that was kind of sweet. And I was playing that guy too, and I thought about putting Moss in the lineup just to spite him. I was like, nah, I should have. It would have worked out.
You should have. That would have been great. Oh, anyways, so my week's been depressing. Nothing ruins my week more than if I split because we played the doubleheaders. If I go 1-1, I'm okay with that. But losing both is like demoralizing.
Yep, that's tough.
Anyway. So let's go to the Tigers, baby. I've told you I picked them all year.
Dude, it's exciting to watch. And just Scooble goes out there and dominates. I mean, Cy Young, he's got to be like
hands down
leading Cy Young. I mean, it's just he's incredible.
All the Ks, everything.
I just wish there was more people at that game. I saw a clip on Instagram of him, punching someone out and like screaming off the mound, and then you look in the stands, there's 5 people there. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because 10 years ago when we played, even 8 years ago we played against them, they were just packed. But it's because they had big names there. You had Verlander and all them guys. Maybe the city's just not behind the unknown names yet.
I don't know. I mean, it is a working class city. Like, people have jobs and stuff. I get that as a day game.
And it's not cheap.
Exactly. So who knows? but I'm happy for him. They were what 7-3 their last 10. Let me see.
8-2 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a
8-2.
row. They are 2 games up on Minnesota. They're tied with Kansas City for the second and third wild card. Minnesota's 2 behind, so I like their chances.
Yeah, but you want else to sweet about that? Guess who they finished their season with?
Minnesota?
No, guess who Detroit finishes their season with?
I'm asking you, Minnesota?
Oh no! I'm sorry, White Sox. Guess who the Twins face Baltimore?
But Baltimore just clinched. They could be like taking it off.
True.
Resting their guys, which I think is garbage when baseball does that, or any sports. Like, come on, man, just finish the year. Oh my God, not to get off track. How about Rowdy Tellez gets released yesterday, 4 plate appearances short of 200K. And who the heck gets released with 5 days to go during the season to go?
You're kidding me.
Swear to God. The most garbage. I mean, I was mad about my situation getting released 1 game before I had an incentive, but at least there was 2 months left in the season. But this 5 to 4 days left, you're releasing. They released Michael Taylor too. I don't think he had any incentives though. But like, there's nothing where you cannot scare free agents away more than some garbage like that.
Hands down. And that's why, I remember in 14 or going into the 15 season, the Marlins were trying to make a splash in free agency. And guys didn't want to sign because they do sketchy things like that. Yeah,
that is one of
they did back then.
That is bad. That is really bad. That's garbage. Anyways,
that's tough.
I would love to get Rowdy Tellez on here to tell us his side of what they said to him.
We want to get the young guys up with 4 days left.
Yeah, come on, man. And Charrington's like, oh, it's just it's not even about the incentives. We just we gave him all the opportunities. We got to get guys that like, shut up. That's garbage. Just don't give the guy the at-bats then. Don't release him.
Right. That's nuts.
You can't lose a clubhouse faster.
I'm so distracted by that right now. I hate it.
Yeah. I feel for the guy. That's just 200K. He's not like 200K is a lot. I mean, I needed that 150K was like, who knows what that will, especially for someone that's about to retire. That goes a long ways.
Dude, that's a large amount of money. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, how about we had a walk-off triple play last night to go to the playoffs. How sick if you're the closer and you're in Dodger Stadium and you're about to just melt away. You're gonna triple play. You're out of it. You're going to the playoffs. You're a hero.
Yeah, exactly. Because guess who's on deck?
Who, Shohei?
Yeah.
You're crapping your pants right now, and you're already you're already assuming you're in your head. You're like, how am I gonna get out of this? And you're already just thinking about your interview. You gave it up.
Oh man, that's amazing. Triple play.
That's an amazing feeling. That would be amazing. I've never gotten a triple play, but I've gotten out of some bases loaded no outs jams that you just laugh at. But that is one that you just cannot believe to win a game and to go to the playoffs.
Dude, they spit that so quick though. Like Machado just boom, boom. Like to Solano. Solano just got rid of it super fast. Like,
yeah, that guy looks safe, by the way, but
they would have reviewed it.
At second, it was pretty close.
Oh. That was awesome.
And they have a shot. That's how big that game is, though. They've won 5 in a row. They're only 2 back with 5 to play for the division, and they get to play the Dodgers 2 more times.
Yep.
Like, they got a shot at the division. They got C's against Flaherty. Great game, hopefully. And then they get to go Musgrove against Buehler, which I'll take Musgrove. I don't know. The Dodgers do kind of own Musgrove, but Buehler is 1-6 with a 5.5.
So today is C's?
C's and Flaherty.
We should man, it's West Coast. I'll be in bed. I was like, we should watch that live.
You're so old.
People, come on. No, that's gonna be awesome.
I mean, I'm
gonna try to stay up for that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a 9-1.
You know what?
Other than
So yeah,
that,
other
there's
than that,
nothing exciting. Royals. Oh, well, we got the
well, kind of.
yeah. Let's see. Who are the
Well, for
Tigers
the
off
wild
today?
card, no, nope. They play.
Ooh, they got
I
the
just,
Rays.
yes, I just saw it. Scoobel just beat the Rays. I mean, the Rays are stingy. They're going to be tough, but it is exciting between Kansas City and Minnesota. Obviously, even though they're two terribly boring teams to watch right now because you just don't want to win. But the Yankees have a chance to clinch the division today. They haven't clinched yet.
Oh yeah, they got Cortez, but I just read Cortez is getting an MRI, so that's interesting.
Yeah, he got scratched.
Well,
It's
they haven't
tough.
really they haven't announced. So Eflin in Yankee Stadium, I really don't like. So I'll take the Yankees on that one. I don't know. That might could be a high scoring game.
Yeah, I hope they clinch. Just get it over with. Enjoy
Yeah,
that. Enjoy that. You know,
have that moment.
it's
Phillies
just funny,
dominated.
dude. The Yankees
What?
it's funny to me. Like they have the second best record in baseball, and I just feel like even in social media and stuff like that, it's just like always some sort of negativity. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're
Yeah.
not. This is like they're complaining about the players or something like that, fans stuff like that. Like you have the second best record in baseball, and now they got a closer. You know, Weaver looks
With
like the guy they need right now.
he can go
I'm you know
multiple innings.
I'm actually they're playing really well right now, and I'm excited about them in the postseason, and mostly because they're 57 and 37 against teams above 500.
Wow.
That's yeah, I think that's one tick behind the Dodgers. Let me see.
So they
And
elevate who they play against.
yeah,
They
so them and the Dodgers are almost even. The Dodgers have them by one game. Dodgers are 58 and 45. And then other than that, in the AL, it's kind of like, you know, the Indians are 52 and 46, and then Houston, your next best team, is 40 and 44 against teams above 500. So if you look at the NL, which is interesting, you got the Dodgers, Phillies, Milwaukee, San Diego is even better than Milwaukee and teams above 500, and the Mets are 47 and 47.
the
So
Phillies are good against teams above
I mean,
500.
it's just gonna be a tighter. They are.
Wow.
Yep. So
Who
10
let's
games
take
above that.
the Guardians? Like, who do you think's the manager of the year in the AO? The Guardians have 91 wins on a team that was probably picked to finish last.
Stephen Vogt.
It's awesome.
This is his first year, right?
Yeah. The dude was the bullpen coach last year in Seattle. Before that, he was playing. So in 2 years, he went from playing the bullpen coach to manager of the year, probably.
Have you ever
They
spent
just
time
show
with him?
let players manage the game. This stuff's easy. Stop letting the old dudes do it.
Oh man, Brandon Kinsler for 2025 Pittsburgh Pirates manager. Vote now.
Dominate, absolutely dominate. I tell you what, I'm not. I will know if someone has incentives, and I'm
Incentives,
not
exactly. That's why I said that.
I would definitely like. Dusty Baker used to walk around and ask, "What do you need?"
Oh, for incentives?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's like a
The
real manager right there.
That happened to me the other way around though in Seattle, where I didn't even know I had incentives. Well, my agent told me, but I wasn't paying attention whatsoever. And I got a call the next morning from my uncle. He's like, "Congrats! Like you maxed out on your incentives." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because you pitched in that game last night, which is my third day in a row. I had no business pitching in this game, just finishing it. He's like, "You pitched in that game last night. You got like a boatload of money for it." I'm like, "You're kidding me." Sure enough, yeah, they put me in that game. Thanks, Scott Service. Appreciate that.
That is nice. I remember running into the game 2016. I had incentives with Minnesota. I remember running in thinking cashing in on this one.
you were like scientifically like planning before the season started how you're going to get to those numbers. I bet.
Yeah, well, no, because think about I was on a minor league deal to start that year, but I still had incentives if I got called up.
I love incentives. Like,
yeah, they're great.
They serve a great purpose. Like they incentivize you to not stink and to be healthy
and to stay healthy.
Like I love
the
it.
Post, especially for relievers. Games pitched, like the games finished. that's tough because you start getting angry at the manager because he could easily throw you a bone every once in a while, like let you get to him. But games pitched is you have to post, you have to be good, and you got to be healthy. Like it's great for relievers.
Yep, totally. I think I had games pitched with the Cubs, maxed that out
God.
halfway through the season.
Yeah, you maxed that out fast.
Literally, just after this middle of the season, I think right at All-Star break, I maxed it out. So we were
You
good
must have
there.
gave commission to your daddy, Joe Madden, for letting you pitch that much that fast.
He did
Had
like put
to
me in
have.
the game.
Well, I think you told
I had
him
no
I'll eat
idea.
at your restaurant every night. I'll eat at your restaurant every night, pay for it,
All right.
and let me hit my incentives.
I had to leave a good Yelp review.
Yeah, you guys had something going on. So let's look at this. Phillies already clinched. Are the Phillies as good as their record though? I don't. Everyone's like they're the complete team, but I'm not sold on it. I feel like they're
What don't you like? I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say, but what don't you like?
no, I feel like they're just a hot and cold team. They go when Bryce goes. Bryce is very pitchable. I've seen Trey Turner absolutely disappear in playoffs. Like even last year with the Dodgers, he absolutely disappeared. Schwarber is so hot. He's so streaky. So like there's not a lot of consistency in the lineup. They rely on really the top part, and I think you can just get around it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You're not going to agree with me, and I get that.
Yeah, I mean the bottom of the order. That's like most teams, though. I mean, I'm more concerned with the bullpen. I don't know. Alvarado kind of scares me right now. I mean, he throws
Alvarado
100.
was like a massive bridge for them the last couple of years. I mean, not that strikeouts matter, but Estevez is a contact, hard throwing reliever, which isn't great. Like it's not like he's a big ground ball guy. Like I don't I feel like he's throwing 98 straight balls.
I mean, I guess Alvarado does show up in the playoffs. I'll say that. But Estevez, we haven't seen him on a winning team in the playoffs before. So I think he can do it. Don't get me wrong, but that's just a concern of mine. Other than that, dude, I don't know, man. The Phillies are pretty good.
They're good. Trey
Their
Turner,
lineup's deep.
Yeah, Trey Turner's hitting under 800, has an 800 under 800 OPS in his last 7 games. He's hitting 226, and with 600. I mean, they have some guys grinding. It sounded like when they clinched, like they really need it. They're begging for this bye, so they must have some guys grinding to get through.
Schwarber, playoff hitter. I don't. You say Turner isn't. I don't know. I can't speak on that. Harper, playoff hitter. Baum, playoff hitter. Castellanos, playoff hitter.
I didn't say Baum's a playoff hitter. He's been in the playoffs a few times and done what?
And he was good. And he's having a career year. He's an all-star this year. Not. What are you doing? He didn't have a good home run derby though, did he? That doesn't matter. I was just speaking out. Hayes, I like Hayes. I think that was a pretty solid pickup for them. I mean, he's not going to hit bombs or anything, but he's going to play good outfield.
Hayes wakes up out of bed, he's swinging at the first pitch. Like that's pitchable, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, but here's the thing: defensively, they've been pretty bad in the past. That was like their Achilles heel over the last 4 years with defense. Like their outfield is pretty solid right now. Turner at shortstop, like I don't know. Harper playing first base for me is, instead of Rhys Hoskins, even though that was 2 years ago. Like it solidifies them defensively too, and then they can flat out pitch. Their starting pitchers are nasty. So I don't know, dude. It's almost a complete team.
I say in a 7-game series they lose. I say they can win a 5-game series, but 7-game I think they lose.
Who would they play first? I gotta look. I'm not there yet.
They would. Let's just say they get the bye, so they would play the winner of. I mean, it depends who has a better record, right? Padres, and they play Padres.
I'm not really sure.
I don't know. Don't care. I just feel like they'll lose in a 7-game series.
To the team that's coming in hot.
To the team.
Hey, you know what?
Think about it. That's why it's been working.
Well, exactly. The last 2 years they've been that team. they've come in with their hair on fire and they took out the Braves 2 years in a row
Yeah.
because the Braves sat around for like a week.
I'll tell you who you don't want a part of. You don't want the Mets.
No, I'd take the Mets over San Diego.
But the Mets are just they got that energy. The Mets gave it to them last week at home.
It's true. It'll be interesting. San Diego for me is the scariest team.
100%. Because they got starting pitch.
Yeah.
They can match your starting pitches.
And you know it's going
And
well.
they got a way better bullpen.
It's like throwing a no-hitter. Like everything has to go like right. Like guys standing on their head behind you, everything like that. They turned a triple play to end the game to clinch. Like there's some good mojo there. They're living.
And
right.
they were terrible to start the year.
Right. Oh man. Just so
How
many
about
things I want to talk
Arizona
about.
grinding? Arizona is only a half a game up on Atlanta. Now that's exciting. NL wild card is exciting.
That's true. I forgot about that. Ooh, who they play?
Arizona has to end the year with San Diego.
That's tough. And Atlanta has Kansas City.
So both playing for something, so that's good.
Well, they just beat the Mets last night. Dude, I think they're going to get in.
Braves?
Yeah.
How about this? What if the Braves get in, win the wild card series, go to Philly, and knock the Phillies out? Calling it right now.
That'd be awesome.
With a makeshift team.
I knew you were going to say that. We got to see how this plays out.
I'm calling
That's
it.
what's incredible. You're right. It's like a makeshift team. And, you know, it's just like they're just literally piecing it together, and they're still a good team.
I think they're going to figure it out. If they get in.
Yep.
But does that mean the Diamondbacks don't get in? Or the Mets don't get in?
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks finish at home. If the Dodgers have something to play for, the Diamondbacks probably don't get in, which is crazy.
You know what, though?
The Dodgers ended up clinching before the weekend, but they want the bye. So it's interesting. They all got something to play for. That's crazy.
Man. So the D-backs, let me see this.
No one has announced their starting pitcher on Friday, by the way.
This can be interesting because the Mets and the Diamondbacks have rough finishes, right? Like the Diamondbacks have, who did we say? San Diego, brutal. Mets have Milwaukee, but slight advantage. Milwaukee's probably not going to put their show ponies out there.
They've already clinched. They were doing their. They don't worry about themselves.
Right. So slight advantage, maybe Mets.
Man, the Diamondbacks don't get in. That's crazy.
They made a good push too. Like they were struggling, sitting just around 500, a little bit below. What, halfway through the year?
Yeah, they got hot.
It just goes to show you how important the beginning of the year is.
Corbin Carroll finally started stepping up, and
unless you're the Detroit Tigers, it doesn't matter.
You can literally be under 500, trade away everyone, force your starting shortstop to go to the IL, and then take off.
Yep.
Corbin Carroll's only hitting 230, by the way. That's crazy.
The Mariners are 2.5 games back. What a disappointment.
Yeah, they got to change something there. Just however they build their team, build their roster. Like how they build their roster doesn't work.
They did coaching staff wise. They got rid of Service. Kind of had to.
That's not going to change anything. It's not going to make them guys hit any better.
It is though, because they got. Oh my gosh, who's their hitting coach now? They got rid of the hitting coach too.
Yeah, they got Edgar Martinez.
Edgar Martinez. Thank you.
You can't hit for them. I don't care who the pitching coach is. You can't pitch for me.
Yeah, but Edgar is an unbelievable hitting coach.
You still can't hit for him.
I understand that, but clearly there's why do teams change coaching staffs all of a sudden they start taking off? Like
this isn't like football where it's a scheme where you can just change it. A guy brings in a new scheme.
No, but it's a guy
literally you could have a different approach all you want. You still have to hit the actual baseball.
Right. But how much of that is mental?
I don't know. I'm not a hitter. I know that thing's hard. Well,
Yeah, exactly. It's the hardest thing to do in
sometimes it
sports,
seems really easy, but
dude. So I'm telling you, like he's so good at like relating to players, talking them through stuff, giving them a plan. Like he was unbelievable when we were there. And I'm not even a hitter, and I was just like blown away by what the hitters are saying.
here's their whole problem. They have one guy, and I mean one guy with over 800 OPS. That's their whole problem.
Right. Who is that? Is that Cal Raleigh?
Robles has over 800 OPS. Somehow he got hot. He's hitting over 300 now.
New hitting coach.
They gave him that extension before the hitting coach came there. But Julio Rodriguez is hitting 275 with 19 homers and a 736 OPS. That's supposed to be like your superstar. Like,
yeah, but what was he
40,
hitting
40 guy.
before? He was hitting terrible before.
Let's see, All-Star, pre-All-Star, he hit 267. So he hit 290 post-All-Star.
Boom. Edgar Martinez.
It's 20 points, Edgar Martinez. Cal Raleigh, okay, he's hitting 3. He's hitting third in the order. He's hitting 218, by the way. If your number 3 hitter is hitting 218, you got serious problems. His splits are pre-All-Star break, he was hitting 216, then he's hitting 221. So that's your 3 hitter can't be hitting 218.
Right. No doubt.
Rosarena is hitting 222. So 3 and 4 is hitting 218 and 220.
Yeah.
And they don't have 40 jacks each. They got like 20.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we've been saying that all year. Their Achilles heel is their offense. It's been like that for since I left there. That's 2017. Those guys were still smashing, but we just couldn't pitch. It's flip flopped. Now these guys can pitch lights out. They got a great bullpen, really good starting rotation. They just can't hit.
And then JP Crawford's hitting 202. You're telling me there's not a better guy in AAA?
Not when you extend a guy. Didn't they extend Crawford?
Probably. Dylan Moore, 207. Like, they keep bringing it. They keep letting the same guys play. Dylan Moore has never been a guy that hit over 210 in his life, I don't think. He's a career 208 hitter. He has 1,400 at-bats in the big leagues.
Yeah,
How do you get 1,400 at-bats in the big leagues and you're a 208 hitter?
Are you saying you can do it?
I'm saying there's got to be somebody better. If this was 7-10 years ago, the guy would have been DFA'd a freaking long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it either. I'm just messing with you. But they do. They need to bring in a couple of huge bats next year. I don't know how they're going to do it. They don't like to spend money. They already been down that road.
Contact. Look at the Guardians. Contact, contact, contact.
Yeah. That's like saying the Nationals are a good contact hitting team, but what are they hitting? Team batting average, not good.
Oh, how about the Nationals Abrams? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Thursday night, gambled at the casino till 8 o'clock in the morning on a day game.
That is crazy.
Sent down after the game.
I know you don't. I know you're not a big Rizzo fan. Like I get it, but that's a pretty.
I do like that movie.
You have to do that.
I do like that.
Yeah, you got it.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Davey was at the casino with him.
If what, Davey? Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the coaches was at the casino with him.
They just kind of like sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, especially the pitching coach.
Never. Don't talk about Jim like that. I had good conversations with him my last year there. He's just so dry. There was a time when I gave up a homer to Mark Hanna. It was an absolute rod. And it didn't matter. We're losing by like 4. So I'm like, whatever. And I come in the dugout and he just looks at me and like sits down next to me, grabs the iPad, and he's watching the at-bat, watch the homer, and he goes, "Hey, how hard do you think he hit that off you? I was like, I don't know. I don't know, $112. He goes, no, $110, and then gets up and walks away. I'm like, really? That's what you got for me?
That reminds me of a pitching coach I had in Double-A, John Curtis. He would give out awards for longest home run. You got money. So
No
I
way.
get a ball over the train tracks in Montgomery, and I come and sit down. He's like, I think that one takes the $20. Like old man, very dry.
See, I love that. I think it's so good.
I like that stuff.
Well, all right.
Anyways,
Well, hopefully,
exciting
Yankees
weekend ahead. Big boy baseball. I can't wait. I'm actually gonna watch more baseball to see how this goes. This is the favorite time of the year.
Absolutely. Looking forward to chatting about it next week.
All right, man. Have a good weekend. Good luck in fantasy, and don't mess it up. See you guys.